All right, y'all. So today we are going to be talking about the 80% setup. What is the 80% setup? Well, in short, guys, the 80% setup is this, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. It's not too complicated. And then we're going to break it down step by step. The 80% setup is when the daily candle opens outside of the previous day value area. And then if the price comes inside the previous day value area, and closes two 30-minute candles inside the previous day value area, then there is an 80% chance that price will fill the previous day value area. Now, let me kind of show you practically what that would look like. So if we go to a daily market profile volume chart right here in Exo Charts, and by the way, this template is available for you to import upon the purchase of this course. In case you were wondering, you can see here, and let me just turn on the right settings. Go to developing week, previous week, go ahead and turn that off. We can see right here that we have some levels on the right hand side. We have ourselves the daily open, which is this blue line. We have the previous day. Actually, let me just show you the actual levels that we need here. So I'm going to get rid of the previous day high and the previous day low and the previous day EQ, and we're just going to deal with these four levels right here. You can see we have the daily open, which is this blue line coming in at 37.984. Then we have the previous day point of control coming in just above that. We have the previous day value area high, and then we have the previous day value area low. Now today we can see that the daily open opened up inside yesterday's value area. Now, just so everybody's completely clear about what these levels mean, we can see today's daily candle is this blue candle right here. And this is yesterday's candle. We can see it's this giant purple doji. Now, right here, we can see the value area from the volume profile where the candles are shaded, right? This defines the fair value of Bitcoin yesterday, which was between the price of 38,500 and 37,400. Okay, so what this means is that yesterday's value area high was right here at 38,500. Yesterday's value area low was right down here at 37,439. And so these purple levels are telling us those values for yesterday's range, session range. Okay, also the highest volume node, which is that point of control. When the next daily candle opens, if the candle opens outside of the previous day value area, this means we have the potential for an 80% setup, okay? And so if this daily open, let's say opened up down here below the previous day value area low, if price comes up above the previous day value area low and holds above the previous day value area low for two 30-minute candle closes, there's an 80% chance that price will come up and fill the entire value area and come up to the value area high. So let me kind of show you what that would be. And I know it's a little bit strange here because we don't actually have a real example, but I'm going to draw one for you. So let's say that we have our previous day levels over here. Okay, we have our previous day value area high. We have our previous day value area low. We have our previous day point of control right here. And I'm going to just give them labels. So PD value area high, and that is going to be up here. And then we have our previous day value area low right over here, PDVL down here. And we have our previous day point of control in the middle, okay? Now, every day what you should be doing is you should be looking at the chart. You should be coming to the chart every day, and you should be checking the daily profile to see, do we have a potential 80% setup? And I'm going to go more into exactly how I trade these, because I usually don't trade them the way they're typically traded. Sometimes I do, but usually I don't. So now we're going to have the daily open. And let's say our daily open was, for example, down here, okay? Right here. This line right here is our daily open. And you come to the chart in the morning and you see, oh wow, today's daily candle opened up outside of yesterday's value area. this tells you right away if the price comes up inside the previous day value area and holds here for two 30-minute candle closes, okay? Even if one candle, a 30-minute candle, comes up and just closes right here, okay, that still counts. And then let's say we have a second candle and it closes right here. Now we have an 80% chance that price is going to fill the entire value area. And so this trade setup would be, our entry would be upon the close of that 30-minute candle. Stop losses can, depending on the setup you have, can either be below the last swing low or even below the daily open, depending on how good of a setup you have. And our final target would be the previous day value area high. Take profit one would be the previous day point of control. Okay, now this can work the other way too, right? This can work the other way as well. So let's say that we let's erase this here. Hang on, let me make this eraser a little bit thicker. This can also work for shorts. Okay, so if, for example, we have our daily open up here now. Whoa, didn't want to do that. Hang on. For example, we have our daily open up here. Okay. Now, if price comes and closes two 30-minute candles below the previous day value area high, that then means that there's an 80% chance that price will come down and fill the entire value area. Okay. So coming back to Exo charts here, we can see that we don't have an 80% setup today, but if this daily open had been down here, or if this daily open had been up here, we would have had the possibility for an 80% setup. Now, for me, personally, I don't really like to trade these 80% setups unless I have a very, very good entry. And what I mean by that is basically this, right? So let me refresh this here. If I have a very good entry, it means I would like to see the previous day value area. Let's say that we have the previous day value area high, previous day value area low, and the point of control. And then we have the daily open coming in like right here. Okay. What I would like to see is I would like to see price come, nice and easy, close 1-2 candles, let's say 2 30-minute candles. And then I have a very easy stop loss, the daily open, and I have very easy take profit one, very easy take profit two. It's a very good risk to reward ratio because really, if we're going to be setting up this trade, my stop loss would be right here and my take profit zones would be like this. And we could see we have about a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Of course, this is just, this is not really drawn to scale, right? It's not really drawn to scale, but more so, I like to use these 80% setups, and this is just my own personal opinion about trading. I like to use these 80% setups to potentially look for a trade in the opposite direction if we fill that value area with bearish signs. Okay, if we fill that value area with bearish signs. So let's just say, for example, okay, that we did have our setup here on this chart. Okay, this is super, super hypothetical, guys. Super, super hypothetical here because this is not the case. But let's just say, for example, we had our previous day value area low right here, our previous day value area high up here, and our previous day point of control right here. Okay, and then our daily open was down here. So we had our daily open right here. And then we had our previous day value area low. And then we had our previous day value area high. And we had our previous day point of control. Now, one of the ways we could trade this is we wait for 2 half-hour candle closes above the previous day value area low. Now, this is the 1-minute chart, but just for example's sake, let's say that this was the 30-minute chart. So what we would do is we would wait until literally, where do we have the second candle closed above? Literally this purple candle here. We would enter our trade right here. We would set our stop loss below down here. And we would set our final take profit up here. This would actually be a really, really nice risk to reward ratio, because we would set our take profits all the way up here and then our stop loss down here. And we can see we have a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio with this setup. And so this is one of the trades we could take. Now the second trade we could take, and the trade that I actually do like to take as well, is if we come up to that value area high and we are getting very bearish signs, I will also like to take a short from that position right up here, right? I would like to take a short here. And so I like to trade these things both ways, because a lot of times when we have the potential 80% setup, we will fill the value area and then we will get a rejection from there. Okay, now this of course is not to scale, this is hypothetical. But what we want to do is when we come up to that area, we want to be seeing bearish divergences on market cipher B. Like this, we can see that we're coming to the previous day value area high and we're getting bearish divergences, and money flow is coming down if you're using market cipher B. If you're using a regular RSI, let's just say we're using a regular RSI instead of market cipher B, we can see that as we are putting in the higher high, we're putting in a lower high on the RSI. If we come over to the order flow chart, what we want to see as we're coming up to that area is we want to see a lot of volume coming in, like what we see right here. And even if we go down to a lower time frame, we would want to see basically what we have right here are lots and lots of longs opening up and then getting trapped up here, and then a move to the downside as we come to that resistance, right? We can see that we have this candle right here with 22 million volume, 6.5 million positive delta on a 5-minute candle. And then we can see that, immediately once price starts to come down here, we have millions of trapped longs right in here. And so we could enter the short. So really, that is how I like to do the 80% setups. I more so like to look for a trade in the opposite direction, but if the risk to reward ratio is good, then I will trade the 80% setup in the way that it is also supposed to go. So I hope you found this session helpful, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace!